The professor of Harvard traveled in all continents that subsist on this planet, Earth. And this is what he found in Africa. About their background, it's not about what they studied, it's not about their religion, it's about their habits. That was the common denominator about the wealthy. And you may try to probe it and interrogate it further by going to any village where you stay, and you ask, who is the rich man here? If you went to any village or parish and you ask, who is the rich man here, and they point at a certain home on a hill, and you go, you find that man. If you asked him on the first instance and you asked him for money, you'll be amazed that even though he has it, he wouldn't release it. It's the same that would go for Sudhir. It would the same that would go to Madivan. It would the same even if you went to Asia or anywhere. So successful entrepreneurs or successful individuals have a habit, and they characterized and made the course of those habits. They compacted them into 10. But the very most important one, and I teach on this course, by the way, but the very first habit we teach is goal setting. And the idea is, if you do not know where you are going, then any road will take you there. And you do not want to go in any road. You want to go to a particular destination. Imagine being a pilgrim and you're walking from Chisoro, coming for Uganda Matters. It's 3rd June, right? So you're coming for Uganda Matters, but you do not know where Namugongo is. I want to promise you, you will rotate. You will rotate at Busega, go to Mitiana, come back, rotate at Busega, go to Nansana, until you get to know that I'm shooting to Namugongo. And I'll have to travel like this. These are the taxis going to Namugongo. Then you reach Namugongo. So, setting smart goals, it sounds theoretical, but it is what drives success. Anywhere. Can you imagine God in all his greatness? He had a goal for creation for mankind, and he's telling a panel, let's create man in our own image. Can you imagine? That's a goal. They set a goal. Let's create man. They did. I think when they were creating these other things, they were just creating. That's why you see when I put you here and I put maybe a coffee plantation, you are way superior. Because you, when they reached creating you, God did not do it alone. He did it in a committee. They took minutes, they had action points. Let's create man in our image. He started with a goal. So God is purposeful. God is intentional. God is deliberate. God sets goals. So he created us in our image. And in Genesis 1:28, he's saying, go ye forth, multiply, take dominion. Now he gave us the power to take over everything. Land, sea, air. But in our journeys, we take on habits that actually fight the success. For example, you do things without setting a goal. I remember when I was still a child, I loved rearing rabbits. But I could not sell them. I could not eat them. I had very many rabbits. I could go, get the grass, feed them, watch them eat, help them like go into the baskets and all, but I could not make money out of them, as in it wasn't even a business. It had no purpose. Maybe I could enjoy looking at them feeding, but I was not earning money. But I would clean the house all the time. It's like I was employed without pay. So the idea is, it could even be a job, and you have the job already, or you have the business already. It should be part of the journey. We should never forget that even if you're the MD, you've not just made it. It's part of the journey. You remember what I told you when we were sharing 1 Samuel 17? David thought when he fought the bear that it was over. Yet fighting the bear was preparing him to fight the lion. He fought the lion and thought it was over. Yet fighting the lion was preparing him to fight Goliath. He fights Goliath, finishes him, he thinks it's over. Yet it's preparing him to go and encounter King Saul. He gets Saul, he thinks it's over. Yet it's preparing him to take over Israel. Now we all know Israel. It's a journey. Even if you are cleaning, you have done it well. It must be in Mark 10:44 where Jesus is saying, whomsoever wants to be the chiefest must start by being a servant to all. So it's okay to be a cleaner. It's okay to be a messenger. It is also okay to be the junior accountant of the junior accountant. But the idea is you must make sure that at every one moment you sit back and ask yourself, am I progressing? Am I growing? What are the people around me doing to progress? Because someone around you is going to do SCCA. You want to pursue something in accounting. You want your goal. Your goal is you must be the best accountant. But you're not in the SCCA conversations. You're not in the CPA conversations. So you want to tell me you will go to the pastor and they make you the best accountant, but you're not in the SCCA conversations. So you need to start now being deliberate and picking on a habit of successful people, setting a goal and saying, I want to be the best medical doctor, but I'm looking up to this particular medical doctor. You go, you search for them. They will tell you they have this postgraduate master's, what. You go on slowly. And that habit of goal setting and actually walking that path towards that will always deliver the fruits.
Thank you very much, Newton. Thank you very much. I like the examples you give. You keep moving me around with your examples. And I believe the audience too are able to relate to them very well. Caritas, I don't want to water down what Newton has said. There are people who know if Caritas is there, if she has made it, we shall be like Caritas. What are those habits that you think would be helpful for them now that you've told them about reshaping, refocusing, and being able to repurpose, and they have found their why? What are those habits that they can follow?
Okay. First of all, I just, I'm going to keep preferring Newtons. I mean, goals, once you know the goal, you know, it's like your destination, you know where you're going. You're just not moving without knowing where you're going. But also, if you're going on a journey, you know how long your journey is going to be, or you anticipate the duration. You know, okay, I might need to carry a snack. I might need to, stop here for water or pressure. You plan it. You know that as I move, these are the things that are going to help me get to where I'm going. You cannot just go without all those other things that come into play. There are so many things that come into play. We've got family. And many a time people think you've got to die for your family. I'm trying to find the right words there. But if you cannot support yourself, you cannot support your family. But also your family needs to understand that you need to create a taproot first. You need a strong financial foundation for you to be able to be useful to them or to whoever else is around. So you need to be able, they need to work with you. You need to have a system around you, people who are going to help you get to that destination. If it's the mechanic, if it's the whoever vending whatever that you will need on that journey, you just need that. I'll call it a support network, whether knowingly or not, or it's something you've planned or not. But you have people who, like for example, now Newton is going to be my friend, as in on speed dial. Eddie is also going to be as in I'm going to reach out to you guys for pro bono, and I'm telling you now, pro bono for my boys. So for my boys, like yes, because I don't want them to make the mistakes. I don't want them to miss out because there are things that I don't know. I follow my passion. I say, okay, this is what I know how to do. If it's TV, it's what I do. I do content creating. I create content. So how can I turn that into money? Okay, so who do I need around me to realize that dream? If I'm going to create content, I want to do it this way. I want to be the best. I want to make sure, because me, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to things that I'm doing. I give it my all. So I have to look for those people who are going to make sure that I create the content. It comes out as I want it to be. As in all those factors that come, make sure you pick those people. Do not make the mistake that I made. Assume that I could be an island. Assume that I knew it all, yet I did not know. I just knew what I knew, but I didn't know it all. So yes, it is getting that group of people, that network. And don't be shy. Don't be afraid to ask, because while you're scared to ask, someone else is also going through the same phase, because you're thinking, oh yeah, she sorted. No. So don't be afraid to ask. Do not. But also, the other thing, don't forget to pray for financial favor. I am not even joking about it. I'm not going to mince any of my words. It's been good for me all the way. In the 500 shillings, in the 1,000, in the dollars, the pounds, the euros that crossed my path, it's been him. And you're intentional about your prayer when you're praying for it. To the T, your father needs to understand what you want. You shouldn't be shy about it. But as you do that, make sure you bless someone. Be in the habit of blessing another, because you've been blessed. The possibilities have come your way. Doors have been opened. So you need to bless another. Be in the habit of blessing another. Don't make it feel like you're obliged. Do it with a joyful heart. There's something about giving another. There's something about blessing another. What happens is you create a whole vibe around. You create energy. You bless. The other one blesses. You bless. You open up for yourself. It's. I'm going to give you an example, and this is to the ladies, even some guys, if you're a hoarder. Every 2-3 months, I clear my wardrobe. Because of the nature of the job I do, sometimes I find myself, and not because I'm being bougie or anything, no, it's the nature of the job. You're taking pictures, you're taking videos, you somehow cannot wear the same clothes over and over. So imagine I do radio Monday to Friday, it's audio visual. So you need clothes that are going to take you through Monday to Friday. You know, understand that pressure. Make sure you've got that. Then I've got to look for the ones for chat room. Then, yeah. So I find myself having so much, but I clear. I give. There are people I know that have not bought themselves clothes for very long because I give them. When I give, then I get money. It kind of creates a whole cycle. You're blessing, you get blessed. When you remove, it's like decluttering. When you declutter, you always create space for the good things. You create space for better things. So be in the habit of blessing. It costs you nothing. I had to find my purpose in what I do, because when I started the show, I did not understand. I was saying Oprah, I was saying Ellen, I want to do this. I like talking to people. I like, listening to them, giving them a shoulder. But then when I went to do the salon, it's God's way of showing me to take me back where I needed to be, my purpose. Be in that show, create the network, make possibilities for people, bless people, and just see those blessings come back to me. But all in this, I'm learning a lot about finances, because blessings are coming my way. I don't know what to do. I need to make sure that money works for me. So yeah, I'm in a good place, and everybody could be in a good place if you just be strategic. Be strategic about most of these things. And again, don't be afraid to admit that you can't or you don't have. Muganda gambo mumpi wako mawakwata. Don't go spending. You're going out popping. Tomorrow you wake up with a hang. I've been there. You wake up with a hangover, your wallet is empty, you go nurse your hangover, tomorrow is another. Wakaba kubanja, wasaluna kubanja, wenjala wafude tomusasu. I kid you not. You're going to move 2-3 years ahead, and you'll say, Kari, why?